What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Kashana, and we are back for another quick shot of vitamin K. All right, y'all. This is episode 1 of a 4-part series that I'm going to be doing with y'all on managing. We're going to talk about managing yourself or self-management, managing up, managing down, and managing performance. Keep it locked, y'all, because it's about to be exciting. All right, my friends, first we're going to start with self-management. So if you've been following me in the Kashanaverse for a while, you know that I have a daughter who is graduating from high school and heading off into her next adventure. And one of the things that I've worked really hard over her high school career to help her understand was how to manage herself. I call it governing yourself. How to regulate her emotions, how to understand how to read a room, how to ensure that she can ensure that her space, the energy in her space is clear, and also to know what's your inside voice versus your outside voice. It's still a work in progress, y'all, but I think we're making some headway. So we're going to put this to the test in just a little while when she is in college. But some of us don't get the parent that has the conversation with you about self-management. We have conversations about self-control, but what is the difference? And so when I think about self-control, I think about this ominous cloud that goes over your head that is telling you all the things you can't do. Control and restriction to me go together. But self-management is about decisions that you get to make for yourself to ensure that you go about the world in a healthy way and not a bull in the china shop. Self-management is about understanding when you're in a meeting, when it's time to chime in, and when it's time to observe. It's about seeing the bully at work, right? And going, I'm not giving you any energy today. It's about being a manager and practicing restraint when you know news is coming from upper management that you know your team is going to want to know, but you've got to wait until it's released because there's a process that you're following in place. Self-management is about thinking about your environment. How do I show up? How do I dress? How do I talk? How do I build social capital? How do I show up powerfully in the world? What's in your toolbox that will allow you to manage effectively? Now, I know there are lots of books on self-management and fancy rubrics, but here are a couple of things that I want you to clue in to and keep in the forefront of your mind. As a matter of fact, pull out your phone or get your sticky note so that you can jot these things down. Real simple. Number 1, what is the vision that you have for your life? Now listen, if you're just out here bumping along in a dead-end job, then this video is probably going to make the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. But I want you to really think about your vision for your life, not the vision your parents gave you, not the vision of the competition at work, not the vision of something you saw on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all the things. But what do you want for you when you are in your quiet space? And then I want you to ask a question of yourself that I ask people all the time. What would need to be true for that vision to become a reality? I want you to think about your triggers. And I want you to know that sometimes you don't have to articulate that something has triggered you, but that you can, in a room where you feel triggered, acknowledge what's happening, sit in that space for a moment, and still be able to move through, whether it's in conversation, in leadership, in training, in facilitation, whatever the space is that you're in, so that it does not derail you. I want you to think about where are the opportunities for you to pipe up and where are the opportunities, friends, for you to pipe down. Sometimes we don't know that our voice is actually like a dimmer switch, but not like a light switch that turns off and on. So it's not either one or the other. Sometimes it's at the volume, at the cadence, at the level that you're moving on. Really thinking about self-management is also about the care you give yourself. If you are running yourself ragged into the ground, then the probability is high that you're not able to regulate, to manage yourself in the same way if you were getting adequate rest, if you were eating healthy, and if you were moving your body. So friends, self-management is really all about the self and creating the environment for you to be your best self every day. And it sounds simple, but friends, to put it in action is kind of tough. So if this is something you want to work more on, and you're like, gosh, I just really wish I could walk alongside somebody while I figure this out because I want to move up in my career. I want to grow my business. I want to make sure that I start this new thing and I finish it this time. Then make sure you check out our links below so you can talk with me or one of our coaches on how you can move along. You can get focused into your next thing by starting with yourself. Well, that's all I've got for today, friends. And so keep it locked because remember, this is part 1 of a 4-part series on management.